Thanks for joining us on the program. I am Omini Odan. When COVID-19 was discovered in Wuhan, China in 2020, it spread rapidly, sending shockwaves around the world. Now, the index case in Nigeria was confirmed on the February 27, 2020, making it the first case in sub-Saharan Africa. Consequently, the federal government swung into action, rolling out measures to ensure the outbreaks contained and quickly managed as efforts for a vaccine intensified around the world. As at 18 February, a year later, at least 7 vaccines have been developed as a critical tool in the battle against COVID-19, and it is largely encouraging the upshot of a variety of vaccines with scientific proof to face off the global pandemic. Now, just last week, Nigeria joined the rest of the world as it recorded another feat in its effort to curtail the pandemic and bring the figures down with receipt of 4 million doses of AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine manufactured by Serum Institute of India, while the vaccination has begun, starting with frontline health workers. For federal government officials, in demonstration of the leadership commitment to contain the virus from spreading further, President Muhammadu Buhari and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo symbolically took the jab on Saturday as confirmation to the safety and efficacy of the vaccine. COVID-19 vaccine administration in Nigeria is the focus of the program. Is still alive? Let's go to Professor Martin Emeje. Professor Martin Emeje, I want to put this analogy before you, given the fact that you are coming from the National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development, NIPRADE. Developing vaccine against COVID-19 has been a most pressing challenge of our time, and it is said nobody wins the race until everybody wins. Where we are now, what challenge before your institute after now?
Thank you. When you see Nigerians discussing, elucidating, and explaining products developed from other countries, you get wowed. We are experts in discussing about other people's developments. What others have had sleepless nights in their own laboratories to develop. We specialize in reading them and explaining them to the world. In fact, we explain more than those that developed those products. Instead of looking at home, go into our own labs and develop our own products. That is why we remain like this. So when you say, what is the challenge before the institute? It's not what is the challenge before the institute. It's what is the challenge before Nigeria. It's our challenge. It's not a NIPRADE challenge. I'm glad in fact, I'm glad we are even using Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. Oxford is a university. Don't we have universities in Nigeria? During COVID, where were the universities? Did we not watch all the universities were closed down during COVID and we did not care? We did not care because we were waiting for universities in other parts of the world to develop the products, then we will buy them and do reception party for the vaccines. So our challenge is straight, and we all know this challenge. Let's not deceive ourselves. We all know this challenge, from the DG NAFDAC to the DG National Primary Healthcare, to the ministers, to the president, to me, all of us, to national health. We all know the challenge. I watched on television today that the Central Bank of Nigeria gave out about 230 million naira for scientists in Nigeria to begin to do research that will take care of COVID-19. I congratulate CBN, because for the first time I heard that they have given out 200 and something million naira for research. But let me tell us that 230 million naira that was given out today is less than $500,000. And I bet you they will soon start running after those scientists that they should go and bring receipts of what they bought. Instead of asking where is the result, they will be asking them where is the receipt. Then they'll force them to start looking for receipt that this is what we bought. Then we will be satisfied that something has been bought. Instead of saying where is the report and what can we do. So the challenge is that we do not have the political will for research and development in this country. It is not top on the agenda. It's not. And any country that does not prioritize research and development is a slave country. It's a country enslaved, because you will sit down and wait for what people will do. You can see people are confused. In fact, unfortunately, even educated people are confused. If you go out there and ask, so many people who are schooled, who are educated, are telling you, they want to kill us with vaccine. I just laugh. They want to kill you and they have not killed you since. Is there any drug we are producing in this country? They want to kill us. They would have killed us since. So forget it. If you just go and take it and die if you are supposed to die, you know. So if we don't want to have fear, then let's do our own. Because we have the resources. When I say resources, the natural resources. Natural plant biomass. Untapped. We are like a virgin land with all these things available. That when we talk about vaccine, I want people to know, vaccine, there's nothing strange about vaccine. No. Vaccine is drug. Every vaccine is a drug. Every vaccine is a drug, but not all vaccines are drugs. And let me tell us, let's have a hypothetical human being that has no immune system at all. Then vaccine cannot work in you. Then vaccine will be useless if you have no immune system at all. Therefore, technically, there is vaccine in this country. There's natural vaccine. Go to the villages. We have to be realistic so that we can organize ourselves properly and know how to solve our own problem. American problem is not Nigerian problem. Ghana's problem is not even essentially Nigerian problem. We must look inwards. We have people who are skilled. We have people who are knowledgeable. All we now need is little infrastructure here and there to be put in place. Look, science is universal. The scientists that did the AstraZeneca vaccine that we are welcoming everywhere, what they do is what Professor Happy does, is what Professor Tomori does, is what Agwale, who ran away to go and stay. That Dr. Agwale you are zooming from America today was a staff of NIPRID. He was a staff. We were working in the same institute. That is the man zooming from America. And he's a vaccinologist. When he was in NIPRID, he started the vaccine development for HIV. Ask him.
Professor Martin Omeje, you heard the reactions by Nigerians in the report, and some are saying, if they take, I will take. And I'm saying, what word of reassurance do you have for them so that everybody makes itself available for the vaccines? And quickly, how safe is the vaccine, taking into consideration that vaccines are meant to be transported in cool vans?
Thank you. That vaccines are safe is not in doubt, generally. Science is science. It's not, there are no two ways about it. It's precision. Drug development has a spectrum, has protocol, and is the same. So the process of developing a drug product and gets to regulatory approval, once followed, the outcome that you have, which is the drug product, and in this case, vaccine specifically that we're talking about, is going to be safe, and it is supposed to be efficacious. In other words, it is supposed to do the work for which it has been designed to do. So nobody should be afraid of the product being safe or that it will not work. The truth is, the pharmaceutical industries that got this into the marketplace are not Father Christmas. So even though the regulatory authorities will ensure that you do not take any product that is not safe to the people. The manufacturers themselves are also not going to spend, because it's huge resources, it's capital intensive. I mean, if you listen to the, the Serum Institute in India is not the owner of the AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine, but they are the ones manufacturing it. And if you listen to the MD of the company, he said that he had a budget of $800 million to produce the vaccine. There's nobody who is going to invest that kind of money into producing useless things. And nobody is interested in killing anybody. We just we have to know that. I don't even know where the idea of they are trying to kill us. I don't know how it got into our space. Maybe it's because we should be doing our own. So my encouragement is that, look, just like we get paracetamol, just like we get all the drugs we use in our hospitals, they are all produced, they are all imported, they are from abroad. So anybody in Nigeria who knows he goes to hospital and sees doctor, and doctor gives the person medicine for malaria, for typhoid, and you are drinking it, just take this vaccine too. It's the same thing. It will not kill you. If the malaria drug did not kill you, this one will not kill you.
Professor Emeje, I want to take 2 tweets to you, and you quickly react to them. Are there any known short-term or long-term side effects? And the second question is, are children under 6 allowed to take the vaccine?
Okay, those questions are for me. It gives me an opportunity to say that, look, the truth is, any group of people, any race or geographical enclave of people that did not participate in clinical studies of a drug are not supposed to be taking the drugs. So this kind of question are questions that can be answered when, in the process of drug development, your group participated in clinical trials. That's the essence of clinical trial. There are so many advantages of clinical trial. Now, but specifically on this, any information we give is based on the information provided by the company and based on studies that have been carried out in other places. Now, if you look at their MSDS, they said anyone who is less than 12 years, for example, for that of Pfizer, that it should not be on the vaccine. They have already given the minimum number of years that someone should be before, or the condition that one should be. Just as is similar to all drugs, and these things are derived during clinical evaluation. Now, in terms of side effects, vaccines are generally safe because the technology for vaccine is not new, except for the most recent, which is the mRNA technology. Otherwise, the most available technology for vaccine production, which is either by inactivation or attenuation, is such that what happens are just pains or response in terms of a fever and all of minor side effects that are associated with the use of vaccines. Those are the kind of side effects that we expect from the vaccines that are coming into the public use right now. But that is not to take away what we call rare side effects, because there are idiosyncrasies that may arise as a result of use of any drug product, including vaccine. So maybe in a population of 1:100 or 1:500,000, you can have cases of someone getting into anaphylactic shock or some untoward effect, including death. And it is not particular to vaccine. Any drug under development, this can happen. In fact, even after development and the drug is in use, it can equally cause problem. In fact, even you, after taking a particular drug for a long time, it is still possible that for one reason or the other, which science is always grabbing with trying to understand, you can have those side effects.
Thanks right here.